Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Stick around if you'd like to know how to go from an absolute beginner in Microsoft Excel to being able to easily navigate the Excel application, work better with data and tables, manage cells and ranges more effectively, perform operations using functions and formulas, and even create and manage charts. All right, then, let's get to it. Okay, so today we're going to focus on the Excel application layout. Here I have Office 365. You could have Microsoft Excel 2019 or even 2016 setup. It really doesn't matter. The layout is pretty similar. The ribbon and the tabs are all laid out pretty similarly, so you should be able to follow up with this lesson pretty easily. You could also know what you have installed by going to the top right and hitting the File tab. Go down to your Account button, and you can see here I have Microsoft 365 apps for business setup. And there you'll be able to see what you have going on and installed on your computer. So going back to our layout, I'll take you to the top, and that's where we have our quick access toolbar. Here I just have the toggle for the auto save and my save button. You could customize this to have, buttons that you want quick access to, just as the name implies. And I'll be able to show you that later in this lesson. Next, you have the title bar. On the title bar, it will show you the title of your workbook. And to the right, you have the search bar. On the top right, you have the control button. So you have here the minimize, maximize, and the close button. So below that, we have the infamous ribbon, which is basically uniform through most Microsoft Office applications. And within that ribbon, you will have tabs. Here are tabs include the file, home, insert, page layout, all the way to help. After the help tab, you could have, other tabs for plugins that you might have installed on your computer. And within each tab, we have groups. So here we have the undo, clipboard, font, alignment, number, and groups can also have dialog boxes. So where you can open a window to gain access to more information about that group. Okay, and that's just a basic summary of the ribbon. And we can take a look at other tabs. You can see the groups within the tabs and their dialog boxes and the commands within the groups. So that's basically what it looks like. When it comes to the ribbon, we'll get into more details about that as we go further in the series. So we'll just head down below the ribbon. You have on the left your name box. Name box holds information about the cell or a collection of cells. Here you can see it saying A1. That's because the cell we have selected is currently on the column A and on the row 1. If we selected a different cell, you'll see the corresponding name for the cell, all the way to D4, where you have the same information for the column and the row. On the right of that, you have your formula bar, where you can enter information about your cell or enter information directly into your cell, right? Just writing some there. Or you can enter a formula if you're looking to perform a formula or a function within a cell or a collection of cells. And below that, you have the column bar. And the column bar has the columns all um, named. So the columns are named alphabetically from A to Z, and it will start to append more letters if your table or information extends further than that. On the left here, you have your row bar, right? Your row bar holds the information about your rows, and the rows are named numerically, and that's where we get that combination in the name box. In this large area, we have the spreadsheet area where we get to input the information about our cells. And at the bottom of that, we have our tabs, our sheet tabs, where we can enter multiple worksheets. And you can see that Excel would name the sheet and append a number by default. So you can add new sheets by clicking this plus button over here, right? Sheet 4, sheet 5, sheet 6. And you can see that the entire file, which is known as our workbook, is just simply a collection of worksheets, right? And to the right of that, we have our scroll bars. We have a vertical scroll bar and we have a horizontal scroll bar. And then at the bottom, we have that zoom control. So this helps us to zoom out when we hit the minus sign and zoom in when we hit the plus sign. We could also click on the dialog box and just enter the zoom we want directly if we're trying to zoom in or zoom out really quickly. We can also get the option to enter a custom percentage for our zoom. Zooming can also be done with your mouse scroll button and holding down the control button. When you scroll upwards, it will zoom in, and you scroll downwards, it will zoom out. So if you're more of a keyboard and mouse person, that's also a way to go. To the side of that, we have our view buttons. So these are basically shortcut buttons for viewing our information. So if you went up to the view tab, you'll see the same information in the workbook views, where you have your normal views, page break view, page layout view, where you can get to see your headers and your footers. So you can get all that down here without having to go all the way to the top. So I'll just return this to our normal view. And finally, to the left bottom, we have what's called our status bar. So it just shows us information, mostly metadata about our Excel workbook or the current worksheet. And right now you can see it's asking to investigate accessibility. So, it will just let you know if you need to perform an accessibility check or just do any form of inspection on your worksheet to make sure it's accessible. Okay. And so that's basically what the Excel layout looks like. Stick with me further in the series and we'll be able to learn more and get into deeper details. In the next lesson, we're going to be looking at importing data into Excel. We're going to be importing tab delimited data, and next we will look into comma separated values. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to reach out or ask any questions, please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the notification bell just so you get notified whenever we put out something new. Thanks again, and see you in the next lesson.